For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Camping and Leisure with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you a little bit of a pitching video on a lovely little DAV tent here from Vango. So this here is Nevis 100. Really beautiful, probably my favourite packing tent for a one person, just because it's so light, very affordable, and yet again, it just offers something that's quite simple to put up really. Comes in different sizes. They do sort of a 2-man and a 3-man version, all the same sort of concept of sort of pitching, just the fact that obviously you've just have a bit more, slightly larger sort of poles and canopy and that sort of thing as well. Aluminium poles, so nice and strong. Again, like I said, the main thing is the simplicity of it, because you've only got one main pole, and then the rest are just these little sort of little T-pieces to go up vertically on the ends, just to give you a bit of height in the sleeping area. Quite compact and small. All I'm going to do first of all is I've laid the fabric out. Just going to feed through the main pole that runs the whole length. Find a little sleeve, there you are. So that simply just feeds through like so. So once it's sort of fed through, just going to insert it into the eyelets at the bottom. So you've got one single eyelet for each side. So I'll fit in there. Pop it through and create my little dome. And you've got a little adjuster again there just to take up the slack. So once you've got that, what I'm going to do is just peg it to secure it down, so if it's a windy day, I don't have to worry too much about it. So let's just peg the back approximately. So just peg that just to give you a bit of an idea. Go on the other side. So, like I said, already, in the space of a minute or so, you've already got the main kind of body up. You've got these additional poles which fit in either end, just to give it a bit more, like I said, height in the bedroom area. And they just have one underneath here, almost this little sleeve it just fits into. So I'm just going to insert that into there. And that's going to go into the ring and pin at the bottom here. So that wants to be about vertical. So what we're now going to do is use the guide rope just to keep that keep the tension in the roof. Make sure it's nice and square. I can tweak that around as I need in a bit. Same one on the other side. Exactly the same principle. And like I said, the joys of it is because you've only got one kind of main pole and these little section poles, it helps reduce the weight and also helps reduce the pack size. Just move the main body a little bit to get that looking a bit more as it should. So once we've got here, it's just a case of pegging it out on the sides now. Let's pull that a bit more. There is, like I said, aluminium pin peg supplied with it. I'm just using my own steel ones just for the time being, just to make it a bit easier. And you've got one entrance door, which is actually this panel here. I will peg that pole in position as well while I'm at it. Keep it in position. And then just two guide ropes either side. So like I said, not a huge amount of pegging points, which is brilliant because it helps obviously reduce weight as well as reduce the amount of time it takes to put it up. And what you can actually do is I've left the inner bedroom in place. So if you want to, you can actually remove that if you just to help reduce the weight. If you just want to use it kind of like more of a bivvy rather than an actual sort of inner tent. And then you can roll the door up, and you've got a little bit of internal room just in here to store your gear in if you want to. And again, there's a bit of shelter, so you can leave this door open without having it going straight in the inner tent. But the inner tent has a little storage pockets the door just rolls back into to make it nice and neat. But like I said, smart little model, quite petite in size, and again, even when you go inside of it, you've still got plenty of room. It's quite a nice long size as well, so for a one-man tent it feels very spacious. But you can always check out our little review video on this, but that just kind of shows you how simple and easy the Nevis range, i.e. the 100, 200, 300, is to pitch. So any more information you need on this product, check out with us at Attwoolls, and of course we do discounts for the likes of scouts groups and also schools.